Well, he's a staunch Trump supporter and a legend in the boxing world, and now he's here for an exclusive interview to promote tomorrow night's fight, the WBC Super Light title, and of course talk the business of boxing and how great America is. Once again, Don King, welcome to the show.
I'm just delighted to be here. This is a delight for me to be back home at Channel 5. This is really fantastic. Hi, Rupert, old Rupie.
Let me ask you about Don King. You were one of the first supporters of Don King. You vigorously campaigned for him, and you tried to convince the American people he would be something special. Has he lived up to all the hype?
More than that, he has given us an opportunity. No one has carried the type of a lightning rod activity since the founding colonies. The 13 colonies wrote a letter to King George saying they wanted to be discharged so they could be eliminated and be independent Americans. What Donald Trump has done, this is my man, let's look at it. He has, not that he's an angel, but the fact of the matter is he's bringing out all the racism, all of the critics, everybody that wants to destroy him. And in the process of the zeal of destroying Trump, stop and destroy Trump, they will stop and destroy his family and any friends or launch any supporters that help him. It brings out all of the divisiveness. It brings out the hatred. It brings out all of these different things that we can now administer to. Why do I say that? Because the first thing that Donald Trump said that touched my heart, and it should touch every American's heart, is we will create a whole new system. We will take this system apart. I want to make America great again, and America first. Now, what does that mean? That means the entire system. Everyone agrees that the system is corrupt.
Right.
Everyone, the Republicans, the Democrats, the independents, the atheists, all agree that the system is corrupt. But only one man had the guts, the intestinal fortitude, to challenge the system to say, we want to remove you and bring about change.
Right.
Secondly, no power in this country supported Trump to be president. How did he get to be president? The will of the people and the prayers for change and the intervention, interposition of God that's touched Trump. Because Trump got as much business being president as, it's just almost impossible. And that's why everybody's in shock and disarray, because he is not what they would have considered to be a president, yet when God touched him as he did Gideon, he is now the president of the United States, like him or dislike him. Give him a chance to fail. But in the process, they say, oh, Don, he's a racist. He's Don. He's dividing. No, we're already divided.
Sure.
You got a system that he attacked that no one has the guts to attack.
And he's still attacking it. I mean, every week he says something or says, I'm going to do something, and everyone goes crazy. Everyone knows China is ripping us off. So he says, let's fight back. And now both sides, Republicans and Democrats, all the experts are saying, no, we don't do it like that. But they don't have a solution. When
I first started traveling worldwide years ago, everywhere I would go, they would say, Yankee imperialists. They were all calling us imperialists. And when they taught me, they said, declare war on America, then establish the Marshall Plan. So what we found out is the system of white supremacy, hate, and control. You would bribe all these countries, because we got troops everywhere in the world. How can we be in $1 trillion worth of debt? Because we're trying to make people do our will in order to take control of them.
Right.
Donald Trump is trying to take us out of that because he is a lightning rod. He's unpredictable. He's uncontrollable. He can't be intimidated or coerced. He can't be bought. And only people he have to answer to is the American people. The lobbyists can't get him. The super PACs, the pharmaceuticals, the insurance, the Wall Street finance. He has no obligation to any of them. So therefore, he is working for the benefit of the people.
Hey.
Secondly, what's most important, Donald Trump, white, blonde, blue-eyed, rich, is what the system was created for. He forsake this system. They feel that he's a betrayer. He forsake the system because his love of the American people and his respect for America, which makes him, they put out a mandate, destroy Trump no matter what the cost. I don't know what the cost in lives, I don't know what the cost in human values, I don't know what the cost in property, whatever the cost is. He destroys, stop Trump and all of his family and his supporters. So this is what you can see. If the America got to wake, step back, realize that, didn't deal with all these idiosyncrasies of the politicians. And that's why I'm so proud of those kids from Parkland School out there, Marjorie Stoneman Parkman Douglas School, High School, they're standing up against the politicians. We send them to Washington to represent us, then to help us to resolve the problems. They become a part of the problem. We sent them there to represent us for.
Let's talk about your fight.
Yes.
Okay.
It's going to be a great fight.
Tell us about it.
It's going to be a fight with Emir Iman against Jose Ramirez, and it's going to be on ESPN, and it'll be sitting about 8 o'clock. But more importantly, it gives me a chance to knock Bob Arum down. You know what I mean?
You're still going after Bob Arum?
Yes. You know why? I thought I could give him a chance for redemption, and so I made the match for him, and when I come to New York, the match is his. He made the match. With everything they do, that systematic thing, he's so embroiled in the system that he forget about the transition and the transformation of, don't forget that he's Jewish. You know what I mean? And he's on the mark thing there. People of color and Jews, they are the top bound for the hit, to be hit on the hit parade. And so what it is, and now, and this, I really feel bad about my Mexican fighter, Jose Ramirez.
But Don, I don't think his religion has anything to do with it.
No. His religion has something to do with him being castigated, vilified, slaughtered, and as you know, don't forget, it ain't been long, 6 million Jews killed in Germany from that anti-Semitic situation. Now, Shimon Peres made me...
You don't want people to take your comment out of the wrong way.
No, they ain't going to be able to do that because I'm a peace ambassador for Israel. They can't do it. The president, I got the letters here to prove it because you know how all blacks lie. You know, we all lie, cheat, and steal. So if you're going to go with the systematic thing here, but that's why I'm here with Uri Severe and Shimon Peres made me peace ambassador for peace in the Middle East. All right, so you got to understand, I got to put it in there because what he is doing is giving them the right to crucify and to paint with that broad brush like they do us.
All right.
Well, I mean, so we don't count.
The fight, though, tomorrow night.
Oh, it's going to be a great fight. I want you to be there to see it. And when we knock him out and we knock down Arum, I'm going to give him another chance.
Amir Iman and Jose Ramirez. Thank you very much.
It's going to be a super fight on ESPN, and we're going to. And I got to get me a network now. I'm able to call Rupert his family or something. Because you know what? I'm going to fight them now. I'm going to fight ESPN and Arum. Right. I got to show that if you started a chart.
Bottom line, boxing is back and Don King is back.
And not only that, a chart from 100 to 0, who would be the most successful? You know, Bob Arum or Don King. Bob Arum, white, Harvard graduate, summa cum laude, Kennedy Raider, and Don King, ex-convict, street runner, a numbers runner, you know, will be 100 to 0. Yet I beat him on everything he ever tried to do. You know what I mean? Tell me about it, dog. Jesus, I mean, you know what I mean? So I'm just feel happy. I'm so happy. And it's a little cause for China fighting. We want peace. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Don King, we'll watch the fight tomorrow night.